from the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin. You're listening to Coach Unplugged. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Drew Slemka.
Hey everybody, this is my second solo show, so check it out. Today I'm going to talk about well-defined roles within a basketball program. Please go support coachmarket.net. It's got some great basketball videos. I'm doing practice plans and those kind of things. Just check it out. If you won't find a better price, video on demand, anywhere on the web. If you do, let me know. But good videos, good price. You can watch them anywhere. Take them to practice with you. So please go support coachmarket.net. And here's episode 2, I guess, my second episode at least for my my solo podcast and talking about well-defined roles. Enjoy.
All right, next thing I want to talk about is well-defined roles. This is extremely important. We spend a lot of time on roles. I don't think sometimes adults are always honest with kids. I'm brutally honest sometimes, to the point where, I think when they get a little bit older, they respect that. Everybody in the program needs to know where they stand. Doesn't matter if it's the freshman coach, doesn't matter if it's the varsity assistant, doesn't matter if it's the 14th guy on the bench or the first guy. They need to know where they fit. Not everybody can be the star. Not everybody can score 35 points a game. Not everybody can be in the headlines of the sports page. It's not going to happen, okay? And, I think you have to be honest with them when you're talking to them about, okay, this is what your role is, this is what you expect. And the way we do it in our program is we kind of sit back. I got an idea of who my starters might be. This year, actually, it's probably pretty wide open, but you kind of got an idea. Vander started for 2 years. He's probably going to start for me again. But I don't know where everybody's going to fit. So I always kind of sit back for about a month, let things work out the way they can, see them in practice, see them in a scrimmage, see them in a couple games. And then what we do is we sit down with each kid and tell them, here's your role. Your role is, you're going to be a shooter, you're going to be a defender, I see you as our 8th man. These are the things that I expect you to do in practice. These are the things I expect you to do in a game. You better rebound, you better do this, that, and the other thing. And I hand it to them. And everybody sees everybody's role. Okay, it's a big packet. John knows Sam's role. Sam knows John's role. Okay, they're handed to it, they're talked to it. I say, take it home, talk to your parents about it. We can discuss this further, but this is where I see you now. Can these roles change? Absolutely. And I try to do that. Christmas breaks or winter breaks always a good time to do that. But you got to look for unselfish players. Okay, it goes back to good people and good players. When you're looking for people, you need to, our stars. I've been lucky to have 4 Mr. Basketballs. Every one of them has been an unselfish player. So if you can make your star an unselfish player and make them better, I think that's going to make your team better. I think of a story with my last year we lost in the state finals in 2008, and Jerron Mayman had an extraordinary state final game. He had 35, 40 points, and basically took the team on his back. Basically, we ended up losing. Promised the state of Wisconsin, but you like that he's confident. But anyway, we sat down and talked, and I told Jerron, I said, Jerron, if we're going to do this, here's what's got to happen. Okay, people are going to kill you. People are going to do these things. How can we get other guys involved? How can we get involved, or Trey involved, or some of these younger guys, or the freshmen involved, or anything like that? How can I'm involved? And he was willing to take a back seat. So it came around time where we needed somebody to hit a shot or something. He got double teamed the whole year. I think he was single teamed with the state finals, and I think he had 25, something like that. So you got to look for guys willing to buy in. We've won state championships because of our role guys. I can honestly say that. State title in 2005 in a state championship game early in the third quarter. He fouled out of the game, and I left him in different things with moving people around. And my 6th and 7, Gerard Ajami and Tyler will step in, and they had the games of their lives in the state finals. Same thing this year. We had an injury. We had to remove someone from the team this year, and 2 of my starters were basically gone from my roster come tournament time. What does that mean? It means all of a sudden 6, 7, 8, a couple of them are starting. That's the reason we won state championships, and it's a difficult thing as a coach. I know. I'm guilty of this sometimes. Only playing 5, 6, 7 guys, feeling really comfortable with those guys. You got to try to find the role guys some minutes. You got to try to find them they feel welcome, that they're going to feel successful, they're going to feel like they can do what you need them to do. Because you know what? You're an ankle injury, an injury, a school-related issue, whatever it is, from losing a guy. So if you've developed those role players, you never know. Your role player might help you win a state championship. And from someone that's won a couple, I can tell you that my role guys have stepped in. I forced myself, to be honest with you, I forced myself during the season to develop that bottom half. Hard. I want to play these 7 guys and develop them. But, I really work, the style we play up and down the court, I really work on 7 through 11 and trying to get them wherever I can. And it's easier, obviously, if you're winning some games by big margins. But I always try to get them involved, get them scoring and shooting and playing some quality minutes. So define roles. I think as a coach, just like a teacher, you got to tell the kids what your expectations are. Here's your role in my class. Here's what I expect from you. You are an A student. You better get an A. Why aren't you working harder? So I think you have to talk to the kids and tell them what you expect from them. If you do, 99.9% of the time, the kids understand their role and they know where they fit. That 0.1%, they might not. Okay.